No more. I may finally have found a place where I can be all alone.
Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? I'm doing good. I woke up with a bit of a headache due to me playing games all last night and the day before, but I'm fine. I'll live. There he is. Mr. America. Also, I apologize about the delay. I'm running Restream, and Restream adds like an extra 20 seconds on everything, so it's kind of screwing things up. But hello, how's everybody doing today? Lovely, lovely, lovely. It is so weird looking at this delay. This time I'm going to be playing Shadows of New York. Vampire the Masquerade. So yeah. I figured it'd kind of prepare me for playing Suzerain on stream tomorrow. So yeah. I've been recording quite a bit of that, so yeah. Oh, Vampire the Masquerade, Shadows of New York. It is, I think it's technically the sequel to Coteries of New York that came out last year. I'm actually not too sure about what it's about. I know you're playing as a vampire, and I know it's set in New York. And of course, it's if you've ever looked up the lore of like World of Darkness and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines or anything like that, then it deals with pretty much everything in there when you have like the Ventrue vampires and the Anarchist vampires and all that stuff. So if you're really into vampire lore, you'll love this. So, but it's more of like a visual novel, I guess you could say. So. But I actually didn't like Coteries of New York too much. It didn't give you a whole lot of choices. But this one does a pretty good job from what I've heard. It's pretty good, so. All right, let's see here. Get out of that. I don't know what happens when you search Pinto. However, if my moderator is around, could they please delete that? I really hope that's not spam. Or maybe I'm honored enough to get spam. I have no idea. Alright. Yeah, and this is Vampire the Masquerade. Okay. I did play a little bit of this a couple months ago, but I haven't played it since then, so. The first one, it had a lot of interesting characters in it, but it's just the game overall, I feel like you didn't have enough time to do things, and it was just kind of weird. Like, but yeah. And it is similar to Vampire in a way, so. I never finished that game. It was pretty good, though. Until it was a horse, cool. That works for me. And again, just to let everybody know, there will be a Suzerain stream tomorrow. I'll be playing it as soon as the developers get done. It'll be, of course, on my YouTube channel, Facebook channel, and on Twitch. So yeah, come by, join. I think it's gonna be in around 2 or 3 o'clock, but I'll have to check it again. So, and also I'll be having videos out of Suzerain too. So, all right, let's go ahead and cut this off. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I don't know how long it is. I would assume it's not that long, but we'll see. I won't be doing Lakeview Cabin today. I'll actually be recording it this weekend, and I'll be uploading the videos next week for that. So I'll start off with Lakeview Cabin, episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'll do Lakeview Valley after that. So I've just been trying to get through recording with Suzerain and stuff. So I have a lot of videos recorded for that, but I'll have that out next week. Jesus. Okay. Is that too loud? Okay. Will be good. A bit too loud. All right. Let's see what we can do about that. How about right there? All right. Cool. Cool. Let me see. Let me turn this up a bit for my headphones, though. Okay. Also, I apologize if you see my head on a swivel. I'm trying to look at my other screen over here. That's to my left. It's all the way to my left. The screen that I actually have OBS on is right in the middle, and then my actual game stream is right here. So I'm kind of just on a swivel the entire time. It's not really a horror game. Not really. I mean, World of Darkness does have horror elements in it, I guess you could say, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a horror game. So it's not like, what was that? The Strain that came out a couple years ago, which was just really like vampire nastiness. So yeah, it's not like that bad. It does have some horror elements in it. And I do apologize if my reading is off because, yeah. Let me get rid of my face. Huzzah. What's up, Lugan? Doing all right? The beard is gone. Just for while I'm playing this. I don't want to block any dialogue or anything like that. I am doing good. I had a bit of a headache this morning, but I am okay right now. So something's wrong with my audio, or is it the audio from the game? Because I think if it's the audio from the game, that's intentional. Ah, okay. Alrighty. Welcome to my castle. Don't expect everyday logic to work here. It went out of the window sometime after midnight, maybe earlier. My kingdom is not of this world, you see. It lies far outside of concrete, tangible reality. Did they mean for that to rhyme? I've tried to identify the way people reach it, and I am convinced it has something to do with the moon. Some say the moon's aura can turn them insane. You've heard the phrase moonstruck and lunatic. Okay, kind of got a fear and hunger thing going on there. The way I see it, moonlight gives them some subliminal permission to reveal their true selves. And so whenever they let the silver radiance guide them to the gates of this place, they feel different. Once they pass the doorstep, they're ready to act out. A dance of horrors and marvels begin. It's 3:31 a.m. Welcome to Big Beat Burger. I don't think that sounds good. If you're here at this hour, you're not exactly readying up to be a productive member of society. Come tomorrow morning. More likely, you're praying that the sunrise never comes. Yeah, the moon is straight getting exposed. Insatiable children of the night gather round, hoping to bask in the afterglow of tonight's victories, unwind after a frustrating series of failures, or simply fight to keep themselves together. True that. I used to work on night shift for a long time. I can feel that pain. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here, greedily reveling in interaction they have. They have no idea they are only here for my amusement. To them, I'm just a random girl sitting in the corner. But this is my domain. I've been coming here almost every night for years. I know where to sit, where to look, and where to eavesdrop for maximum amusement. I'm basically a voyeur, and unashamed to admit it. It gave me insight about the human condition I never otherwise have gathered, and more importantly, a necessary skill set to make ends meet as a journalist. I mean, if you want to live at Big Beat Burger, you can do that too. I guess you can say, well, it's not a clicker game in the sense of like you have to look through the environment or anything like that. It's more of a, like I said, it's more of like a visual novel. So, Beat It Burger Extra Beat. As I write on my crappy old tabletop, patiently waiting for the legion of negative voices in my head to get tired to offer useless feedback, I keep my senses peeled to pick up stories around me. Of course, a lot of regular events such as food fights are nothing to write home about, aside from my unfortunate tendency to become collateral damage in someone else's battles. Up to this day, I've had to wash my clothes because of Coke, Diet Coke, hot coffee, apple pie, and some sort of impoverished honey mustard bomb. Every stain tells a different story. I mean, I guess that's one way of putting it. Sometimes this hobby is exhausting. Sometimes it's disturbing. Sometimes it's dangerous. Although not as risky as back when I wasn't carrying pepper spray. Still, the sights I've taken in over the years have made it absolutely worth it. I've got so many stories, I don't know where to begin. Theatrical breakups, impromptu morning parties, unexpected friendships forged in the fires of senseless battles. A lady in a gorgeous Givenchy dress ordering a box of takeout chicken nuggets, paying in cash with her hands completely covered in blood. She was asked if she wants a napkin. She said no. I feel like that sounds like something you should report, but, I'm not going to ask questions. Two thirsty macho dudes shamelessly going for it in the corner. Oh, okay. Hushed moaning, filling the lobby while everyone around valiantly fights to act as usual and maintain an illusion of normalcy. A straight up kung fu fight between a diminutive cashier and some drugged bodybuilder going through a psychotic episode, trying to break all the windows. The big guy left the joint fully convinced he KO'd himself while the service worker was just standing next to him. Seemed proud of his victory, too. Hey, you gotta have pride in things. A middle-aged hag getting a heart attack after screaming her lungs out now to let Muslims near her food, not to let Muslims near her food, just because she saw a white girl wearing a hairnet behind the corner. Jesus. A masked couple robbing the restaurant of 30 hamburgers, forcing the employees to cook at gunpoint. Police later said those were art students reenacting some hipster book they read. Okay. Sounds like an interesting book. This is life. This is humanity at its worst and best. This is the noise that serves as the foundation for my creativity. This is the soma that keeps me going. This is... yeah, it's a lot of text. As pathetic as it may sound, these days, this is the only place where I feel alive. Sometimes I think of myself as a leech, feeding on the people's stories, emotions, and personalities just because I'm not satisfied with mine. At times I think of my psyche as some kind of shitty postmodern construct that is fundamentally incapable of honesty, but only yearns for something felt and truthful. Does this even make any sense? I look at the screen of my laptop, 3:47 a.m. At this point, I'm almost whatever that word is, Jesus, but nothing interesting has happened yet. Feels like all the customers are watching each other tonight, hoping for the others to provide a fun diversion. This is my turf, you parasitic douchebags. Next time, go find your own. I think it's time to call it a night. The coffee I always order so that they don't kick me out is undrinkable. Ugh. I reread the rough draft I've been working on for the last 6 hours. God damn, this is pure trash. I hold the backspace button until the Google Documents page is nothing but a calm white slate, and I let out a sound of deep relief. There's no pleasure more intoxicating for a frustrated writer than raging on someone even worse than them. And what target is easier than the dumb bitch you used to be 10 minutes ago? I check the time again. I need to go. I have an important meeting tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I have a hunch it's not going to end well. And it's not because I'm an irresponsible dumbass who's going to need a few cups of coffee to simply function on a basic level despite like 4 hours of sleep. Sounds like my normal day. I don't know about doing voices, I'll do my best impressions that I can, but it ain't gonna be great. It's because I always have a hunch things are not going the way they're supposed to. Click, clack, click, clack. The loud clatter of keyboards assault me from all sides. Makes this splitting headache unbearable. Used to be, I dreamed of nothing else but being a part of the New York Lodestar editorial team. It was the first magazine I started reading regularly. The first magazine I ever bought for myself. I think for me that would be Game Pro magazine. I'm pretty sure they don't exist anymore. Now simply hearing the word Lodestar is enough to ruin my mood. Never mind seeing all these old farts phoning in more reactionary opinion columns and Wikipedia-level analysis of current events. They used to destroy and rebuild my entire worldview every month. They shaped my thinking about politics, art, journalism. They even pointed me toward my favorite cigarette brand, for God's sakes. Then some talented people started leaving for greener pastures. Some got too wrapped up in their own neurosis. Some became complacent. All of them committed the sin of allowing themselves to grow older. Fresh blood was deemed unnecessary, even though young freelancers kept being bled dry. These days, whenever someone from outside Lodestar talks about Lodestar, it's because of a few idealistic contributors willing to accept meager pay while putting in serious work. Dumbasses. Other than that, the magazine specializes in publishing pale echoes of provocative ideas I heard somewhere else a few years prior, wrapped in an aesthetic that has been cutting edge for a decade. No wonder the readership is in freefall, but even though the ship is sinking, the old guard won't let it go down without a fight. as in if anyone from the outside attempts to board the vessel in hopes of fixing its course or its holes, they will be swiftly taken care of. I should know. Been there. Done that. Sounds like a lot of jobs I've had before. As it stands, the only full-time staff member who doesn't make me regularly attempt to cringe my face off with his writing is this guy. Is Lodestar's editor-in-chief, Brian Ying, the man sitting in front of me right now. Of course, he only has time for editorials these days. A drop in the sea of needs. Managerial duties hit him hard. It's the second time he lets out a theatrical cough like this. He said his piece. Now it's up for me to react, and I'm coming up blank. What do you want me to say, Brian? I'm pissed off. I can't tell you I've already made up my mind, but you still want to go through motions just to make me feel listened to. Let's see what we got here. It's gonna be cops in the next episode. What? And they will shoot everyone on sight when things are dangerous. Just wanted to say that. Are you kidding me? I would prefer to not get shot, but okay, that's gonna be a thing. Is there still any idea of when it might come out? Wait, before you continue, is there gameplay? There's a little bit of gameplay. It's mostly just making choices though, not necessarily like full-blown gameplay. So. Or do you mean of Lakeview Cabin? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, there's parts where you have to make certain choices and stuff like that. But I'm not too sure about this game in particular. I know the last one, it had a lot of choices that you had to make, but and it also, you were kind of on a, not necessarily timed, but if you did certain things, you couldn't do other stuff in the process. So 8 playable characters. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But then again, Lakeview Cabin 2, it had, what, 4 characters in it? But I mean, you could kind of balance that pretty well, so. I felt like that game was more accessible than Lakeview, the original Lakeview Cabin. It didn't tell you a whole lot when you started off. It was still fun, but it just didn't tell you a whole lot, so. But I'm ready for it. Whatever, let's do this. Ah, here we are. Oh, okay. Now, these choices are essentially all the same, so. The second choice. The sexual choice. I was right the first time. The man is a sexual harasser, Brian. I feel stupid that I even have to say this out loud, but you're essentially covering up for a sexual harasser, Brian. No, I'm not. No, just face it. Let's say the Harvey Weinstein story appeared on your desk instead of reaching the New York Times. Don't you compare me to the Times. You know that's a low blow. You're asking for it, and you're not exactly in a position to talk about low blows here. Ha! The double entendre. You know that's not the core of the issue. You're avoiding the core of the issue. No, I believe I've pointed it in a precise way. If it were up to me, I'd greenlight the article here and now, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you're killing the article just because some rich shithead told you he doesn't like it. Get real. This is not about some millionaire jerk calling me to make me an offer I can't refuse. What is this about then? Because it looks awfully like it's about my bosses telling me this outlet can't afford the legal action we have already been threatened with. So, millionaire interference. Oh, for crying out loud, Julia, don't make me treat you like a child. You know how this works. I publish your story. It's Theo versus Gawker all over again. A lawsuit here, a lawsuit there, until we're bled dry. I have a mortgage. I have 3 mouths waiting to be fed at home. I have an amazing team that doesn't deserve to be torn apart over some... Don't you think it's telling you mention your mortgage first? That's a fair point. Silence. Just asking questions. I know better than to get into these empty semantic arguments with you, Miss Sawinski. You're good at them. The problem is you're still not good enough. Meaning, you're too in love with weaving a good story and establishing a seductive narrative to let facts get in the way. You've got enough boring with no principles on boards these days. They always give you facts because that's all they can do. I'm using facts as a way to approach some kind of truth. Except facts can blindside you, and Double Spiral has enough facts to water down your story to the point where it makes no sense to publish it. Their HR and PR are working overtime to deliver a convincing counter-narrative, and they're doing a great job. Won't mitigate the damage completely, but will put every little thing in question. Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and downright satanic fuckhead. Yeah, probably shouldn't be watching it during class, and yeah, if I scream, ooh, I could just scream, and it'll just all be over. Be gone like tears in the rain. Julia. Let me say it again. Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead. Do you personally believe it or not? This is not. You've listened to the tapes. You've read the transcripts. You've seen the documents. You've got the files. I'm asking for your personal opinion. Do you believe it or not? Wait, it auto-detected this as Pokemon Go? Jesus, YouTube. I mean, hey, you know, if they want to believe it's Pokemon Go, by all means, that's their fault, not mine. What's up, Mustache Samurai? Are you doing okay today? Are you ready to listen to me prattle on for hours and hours and hours? Saying click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack. Oh God, I've ran out of juice. Of course I do, but that's besides the point. It's not. Look, how about I just say it out loud and save us both some time? That's about how I feel right now. Like my brain is just, it's still a little bit fried. Like I'm woke, but I'm not woke. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's going to take a second. It's kind of like a train. Like it has to kind of start going, and then once it finally gets going completely, then I'm just off. So. Yeah, it really has feeling in it. Like I can really feel the emotion. We're not having this conversation because there's an actual conversation to be had. You set up this meeting knowing very damn well there is only one way it's going to end. You've got a mortgage and 3 mouths to feed. You prioritize the well-being of your direct surroundings over some nebulous concept of greater good. I get it. I really do. I mean, doesn't everyone to a certain degree? I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I mean, I've always heard that you should, protect your own ass. Just saying. Yet for some reason, it seems like you're only prolonging this conversation and rationalizing your decisions so that I forgive you? Officially exonerate you? That's one thing I kind of hate about bosses sometimes. Like, they'll give you all these BS reasons to turn around and shut something down or prevent you from doing something. And they feel so bad about it. And a lot of times it's just like, you do realize I'm like well over 30 or I'm 30 plus. So like, come on, I've been doing this for a while. Like, you don't have to lie to me. Or you don't have to feel bad about it. Come on now. I'm not the bad guy here, Julia. See, right there. I'm feeling the third choice there. It really speaks to me, actually. So, yeah. All right. What are you then, in your own words? A man who does what is necessary to protect his own. Okay, so a selfish prick. So I don't count as your own anymore. Ooh, got him! He mutters something under his breath, ending with a self-pitying chuckle. I don't know if you'd even want to work under a scumbag like me from now on. Oh, come on, don't turn this into a pity party. No, I'm absolutely a scumbag. And why is that? Because I'm firing you. Oh, damn, got me. Ooh, ouch, that kind of hurt. I haven't heard those words in a long time. Excuse me, it's more like I'm letting you go, so. My thoughts are scrambled. For a brief moment, the state of my bank account displays before my eyes with startling clarity. A howling void opens in my chest and your bank account and starts traveling towards my stomach. No, don't panic yet, you idiot. Get more information. Now, there must be a catch. Ooh. Yeah. I would probably go with the third one again. Try and at least maintain some of my dignity here. Oof. Yeah, I think I'll go with the third one. Oh boy. Is this final? They told me there will be consequences if the outlet ever picks up your work again. I shouldn't even be telling you that. Oh, wonderful. I did everything in my power to change their mind. I'm sorry. They? What they? Who is this they? He glances left and right and then points upward for a short moment. When he speaks up again, it's in a hushed voice. You know, the big kahunas. Can't really question them, and they wanted your head on a silver plate. Silver plates are always nice. He's not looking me in the eye. You're not joking. I would never joke about stuff like this. It's real. Fucking hell, it's real. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it all to hell. All these years, all this grind, all my plans, for what? For what fucking asshole? You know I deserve better. I always deserve better. It always ends with me going down the drain back to the sewers. Fuck. No. Take a few deep breaths. Don't lose the plot now. Keep yourself together, you idiot. I think you've already lost the plot. Probably jumped the shark too. Just saying. I don't think I've ever been like that when I got fired. I think it was just like, oh, it took you this long? I mean, in New York, I could probably see that happening. You just turn the wrong way, and there you go. It's a big city. The moment you show weakness, they go for your throat. Get back in control. You can't do this. Really? That was your response? I wish I didn't have to, but it's a lost cause. No. I mean, it's impossible. Seriously, how did you not see this coming? You seem like a bright person. Julia. You can't fire someone who's never been hired in the first place. Oh, so you were like a contractor? That's even weirder. What's up, Ryan? This is Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. It is the sequel to Vampire the Masquerade Quarteries of New York that came out last year. Yeah, Brian is kind of thick. Yeah, I'm also playing Pokemon Go. That's totally YouTube's thing. I guess they're sponsoring me now. I mean, if they want to sponsor me, by all means, you know. Oh no! Oh yeah, it's definitely a Masquerade game. This was supposed to be like a teaser for... Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Noack. So, but yeah, I think it was supposed to be like a short teaser before Vampire the Masquerade 2 came out. But you know, it got delayed and everything, so I guess it just pretty much they just pretty much released this because they have these two games: Vampire the Masquerade Quarteries of New York. They have Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York, and then they also have like several Choice of games that just came out recently too. So, if that's your thing, by all means. I love Choice of games, but I know they're not for everybody. It takes him a few seconds to put on his "oh, I get it" face, let out a troubled gasp, and start massaging his temples. Massaging his temples, Jesus. Lodestar has been my biggest source of income for the past few years. That much is true. But technically, nobody has ever hired me here. It was all freelance jobs. I don't know if I can catch him with a Master Ball. He might be a little too thick. Also possibly too strong. A full-time position only served as a kind of dangling carrot. A promise of decent pay, a decent pay grade, career perspectives, maybe even some kind of insurance to save my failing health. I'm actually red. Yeah, I don't know if the red, my hair being red and everything will work too well. I don't know. Maybe if I was Irish or something, that might work. And the recognition I would get for being a part of the Lodestar team, a position that everyone around me seems to respect, aside from me. Then why did I want it so much? There will be time to mourn what could have been. For now, I should act like I don't care. You know what I mean. If I let you work, even under a fake name, it will be a guillotine for me. That I could do. That I could do. Not the Irish lad part, but I could do the Irish jig. This is ridiculous. You know I'm going to start shopping this story around the second I leave this room, don't you? Of course I know. I told him. Any response? Let us worry about that. Oh good, they're gonna kill me. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Click clack, click clack, click clack, click clack. This is some riveting dialogue here. I do wonder if I could get accustomed to one of these loud mechanical keyboards some people here love to use. I do like loud mechanical keyboards, honestly. So I thought about getting one of those. It's one of the ones you can change out the keys with. It has like colors of Gundam, I think it is. Mobile Suit Gundam. Like $300 for the thing. They also have the ones that's like the old mechanical typewriters. But I digress. Whenever I did my work in here, I was still expected to bring my own crappy laptop and sit closer to the lobby. Always on the outside, no matter how hard I try to break in. A vibration in my back pocket feels like a bad omen. I decided to ignore it for now. Right. The twist is this is actually one of those like internet cafes where everybody plays video games all the time. It's not actually like an editorial company. They're preparing to be like Lodestar LG or something. Play League of Legends. Man, I would love to be League of Legends famous. They do some cool stuff. Anywho, sidetracked again. I've been working on this fucking story for, I don't know, 16 months on and off. I know. I mean, yeah, like he got the Sasuke eyes and glasses on and everything. Like that, you don't trust people like that. Them the worst ones. You kept cheering me on. I know. We have even agreed on the pay I'd receive. I know. I'm 2 months behind on my rent. No, wait, 2.5 months. I catch him off guard. He's momentarily taken aback, and then gives me an empathetic stare. Don't you look at me this way. You don't have the right. I didn't know. Well, now you do. Look, if there's anything I can do to help, except for pay you or give you a job. Nah, Thick is actually the name of his Bankai. If you can't tell your big kahunas to fuck off, I don't think there's a single thing. Julia. I pull out a smoke and light it up. Gotta get back in control. Please don't do that. There's a smoke detector here. Ooh, even better. No worries. Nick turned it off a few weeks ago. Probably the most creative thing he's done in the past 5 years. Good old Nick, the perfect 21st century cinema reviewer. Never has an original thought of his own, just relies on his purely algorithmic taste to stay likable. And the best thing is, it works. Funny, I used to dream about his job. It was Brian who killed this dream, making me realize Nick won't be unseated anytime soon, and offered to teach me the ways of an investigative journalist instead. Wasn't the career I ever wanted to pursue, but to my dismay, I turned out to be surprisingly good at it, until this Montgomery thing happened. Serves me right. Lesson learned. Should have pursued my dreams instead. Stop it. Nicholas is a good friend, a respected critic, a member of my team, and I put out that smoke. Put out that smoke. People tell me I let you step all over me. Why do I even let you act this way? Because you're thick. Because you once told me honesty is more important in a mentor-student relationship, and that it works both ways, and because I thought we were friends. I told you, he too thick. He bites his lip and stares sideways to avoid my eyes. At the end of the day, bosses aren't friends. Must have been a terrible mentor if I didn't even teach you that. I'm gonna go with you're still responsible for me, you douche. Oh no, you're not getting off the hook that easily. You're still my mentor, and I will make sure you take responsibility. You're getting rid of me. At least point me in the right direction. I need to get my shit together, fast, and I can't do it on my own. That's fair. I might have failed as a guy, but I will do what I cannot to leave you stranded, okay? There are options. None of them are a remedy for all your troubles, but... Ugh, wait a second. Another vibration in my pocket. Another foreboding feeling. This time I reluctantly take the smartphone out of my pocket. If it has to rain, why not let it pour? Hello, Juju. How are you doing? I might check and see if I can find that one. A new email. It's a lengthy one. And the sender. Speak of the devil. No. This can't be. Christ. I just got an email from Mila Lopez. She claims she's just been laid off from Double Spiral. Same as Mike Antonoff and Jared Riviera. What? What happened? I'll spare you all her insults, okay? The key thing is, it seems that HR knows all the confidential information about my journalistic investigation and use it to shut everyone's mouth. Hell, apparently Montgomery walked up to Lopez as she was emptying her desk and told her to thank me for being a, quote, dumb and careless cunt. Do people really use that as an insult? Doesn't seem like... It seemed like it doesn't have enough feeling to it. Brian goes pale. I think he has a very good reason to. You fucking scumbag. You outed my sources. What? What? Of course not. What are you even saying? Oh, don't you dare play coy. It must have been either you or me, no one else, and you know the way I work. My investigation was basically untraceable, both on and offline. Carefully picked meeting spots, encryption upon encryption, every direct quote rewritten 5 times just in case, all sorts of red herrings scattered around. I know my shit, you know I do. And this timing, did you just pass a flash drive to your beloved big kahunas during a meeting as a sign of goodwill? I'm not a robot, I am an android, thank you very much. Look, I get you're upset, but why don't we just talk this through calmly? Oof. All of these. Oof, the burn. All of these. I think this one agrees with me. It agrees with me on a spiritual level. So, okay, let's take it step by. Fuck you. Fear takes the wheel, and I'm just here along for the ride. I can't do anything about it. In a deranged way, realizing you're just a passenger of your own body feels liberating. Let's just see it all unfold. Julia's done. And I'm all here for it. Calmly? Fuck you, Brian. Julia. I've been paranoid for months and months, acting like everyone I didn't know was an assassin or a corporate spy. I know I haven't messed up, not in a way that would implicate all of them. You goddamn, you thought you could get away with this. I haven't done anything improper. Don't push the blame on me. So what? You're claiming it's my fault? Because you're never the guilty one? It's always the bosses, the economy, the obligations you have, and now me? The imposter took over my stream. Darren is sus. You're being silly. Quit with this martyr bullshit. Calm down or I'll have to... You immoral shithead. You motherfucking... Calm down for God's sake. And so it goes. I yell out a lot of words I wanted to say for a long time, but held back. I fling a lot of insults I've been workshopping for years, hoping I'd never use them. I break a few things. At times, for a split second, I see pity in somebody's eyes. It's gonna haunt me for a long time, but in the heat of the moment, I don't care. These people, no, this company has nothing left to offer me, so at least let me take this catharsis. In the end, a security guard has to escort me out of the building, and that's the end of my journalistic career. I'll try not to use the ultimate power. I will try. It's very tempting, though. I just feel like my world has crumbled into nothing. I mean, you have every right to. Like Jesus, if I were you, I would have already broken down into a sobbing mess. Dakota? Who's Dakota? I mean, the state? Well, there's two of them, but still. I'd love to, but I'm on a subway, far too proud to cry in public. Even now, and it's stupid, but I feel like someone out there keeps destroying everything I hold dear just to see my reaction. Like it was a prank show and someone was waiting to record me crying. So out of sheer spite, I'm doing my best not to cry. Fuck you, whoever and wherever you are. That's the most Julius Sawinski thing I've heard. Spite as the greatest motivator, huh? Hey, you know, it's just like, what was it, Zaid from Mass Effect 2? Rage can be a hell of an anesthetic. Not feeling particularly motivated to do anything right now, to be honest. I just want to stay in my bed until my shithead landlord calls the cops to forcefully evict me. Not surprised. Shit, I know that whenever life decides to fuck you over, it's always one thing after another. But this, it's too much. How much is too much? Let's recap this last week of June 2019. I've been kicked out of my job. Well, not that I've ever been hired, so let's just say my mentor broke every vague promise he ever made to me. A big thing I'd been working on for a year and a half went down the toilet. It's all useless. My boss didn't protect my sources properly, and now they keep trying to reach me through every possible channel to threaten me or just yell at me. And they have every right to react like that. I mean, I might need that shotgun, honestly. I mean, this train looks hella sus, and it's still New York, so. All of my side gigs were shut down. Nobody's replying to my emails. Someone's been dragging my name through the mud behind the scenes, and it worked. I still have no idea who's sending these shitty messages around. I've been asking, but listen, don't worry about it. I'm not going to stand idly by and watch you get counseled by some mean-spirited delusional. I said don't worry about it. His thickness is pretty strong. I have 3 unwritten messages from my landlord. The message previews were stressful enough. A call came from Chicago. Apparently, Dad has bladder cancer. Mom is in hysterics. She'd go crazy if she heard about my situation, so I have to pretend everything is okay whenever she calls. Boy, yeah, it really is just, oof. He really does knows where to find all the goodies at. And she calls every day, and she just won't hang up before she offloads all her burdens on me. And I can't blame her because we all had to learn to cope with Dad's psychopathic tendencies somehow. I was robbed. All my documents and what little money I had gone. Don't even know when or where it happened, and it's driving me crazy because I'm always extremely wary of pickpockets. The list goes on. There's a child. There's always a child. I don't want to sound paranoid, but it really feels like a concerted attack. Paranoid is good. Anyway, I know you always hand wave this topic away, but just remember that if anything happens, my place is your place. You don't have to get through it alone. I do. I've been a trouble magnet, and as self-centered as I may be, I don't want it to affect you. Oh, okay. I know. Listen, I have another call. No, you don't. Alright, just call me if anything happens, no matter how dumb it seems, okay? And swing by whenever you can. I will. Thank you. See you. I put my phone away, exhale, and blankly stare in front of me. Christ. I glance at my reflection in the window. Just look at this idiot. Whenever the situation requires me to dress formally, I still feel a bit like a child cosplaying as an adult. I can understand that. I'm pretty skinny, so whenever I put on a suit, I feel weird. So, granted, COVID did help me pack on some pounds. Should have just followed the dress for the job you want advice and continued dressing up like a trust fund kid who keeps partying on Brooklyn rooftops for years without a care in the world. It's only after a while that I realize the car is empty, unnaturally so. I start feeling uneasy, but someone enters my peripheral vision. Oh God. Is Death? Is that you? Satan, perhaps? Death and Satan, perhaps? That's not good. Question mark. And that's the last thing I consciously register. The world dissolves. Okay. Alright. When I come to, I'm out of the subway, standing in the back alley I don't recognize. It's pretty dark. My eyes start adjusting and I try to figure out what happened. There's a gun in my hand. A faint silhouette at my feet. It's not moving. Somebody stands in front of me, covered in shadows. I can't fully make out her face, but she's staring at me with visible intent. She speaks. Her voice is raspy and androgynous, her tone hateful and mocking. Aren't you a nasty one? What's going on? Who are you? Don't play coy. I think I'm gonna need a bigger gun to deal with this one, so. My mind goes blank. I look at the ground. There's a body riddled with bullet holes, and I recognize who it is. Was. The corpse belongs to Mike Antonoff, one of the double spiral whistleblowers. My source. He was just threatening to get back at me a few hours ago. Before I can feel even the tiniest bit of compassion, I face a terrible realization. They will think I'm guilty. Oh my God. Am I guilty? How is this real? I mean, It Wasn't Me was a good song, so it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I don't even know what's going on. Listen, I was just riding the subway. You clearly was not just riding the subway. Again, don't play coy. You knew him. He was mad at you. You started telling him sob stories about your situation. He wasn't having none of it. You got mad. Things escalated. He died. This isn't true. It's plausible, but that doesn't make it true. Or does it? No, it's not Brian. I think it was one of her sources. Apparently one of her sources turned around and got killed by her. Question mark. This is just a nightmare. It doesn't even make sense. It must be a dream. And if it isn't, the person in front of me must be responsible. There's a faint voice in my head screaming that it's her world and I'm just living in it. What the fuck have you done to me? Nothing yet, but I'll do what I can to get you locked up for life. This is a murder in the first degree with special circumstances. Her detached voice and nonsensical tone only reassures me this can't be real. I refuse to believe it is. That's what happened when you let children buy guns. Don't do that. Before I even managed to think this through, I point the gun at her. If I did murder him, you wouldn't be acting like that. You wouldn't be standing in front of me. You'd be running away, calling the police, begging for help, yelling that I'm a psycho. Oh, you're a psycho, but I'm not a coward. I won't let you walk out of here alive. This doesn't make a single lick of sense. Tears well up in my eyes. Why are you doing this? Because sometimes one has to confront what they're really made of. What? There's no two ways about it. She's gotta be nuts. Slowly but surely, she starts walking towards me. Stop right there, or I'll shoot. Go on. It's the only way you can get off the hook, isn't it? The only way you can survive. But you will definitely prove you are the monster I claim you are. What the fuck is this tone? So controlling, inauthentic, patronizing. I'm serious. For your own sake, you better be. She keeps getting closer. Maybe I did kill Antonov. Maybe I don't deserve to live. Maybe it's less tiring not to live. Maybe I should just let her take care of me. Maybe I'll just wake up. Or maybe this insane reality needs to be rejected as violently as possible. Maybe a world that wants to destroy me deserves to be destroyed. She's right in front of me. It's now or never. Don't you? I knew you were gonna make me choose. God dang it. That's rude. That's rude. That's so rude. Well, you are asking for it, lady. You are asking for it. You're right. Maybe I should save the bullets for Brian. I mean, then again, you know, I might have multiple bullets. Plus, I think one shot from this shotgun could do it. But I guess I won't shoot her. I'll be nice, even though I just got done cussing out Brian, so yeah. Oh, so I should shoot her. I should shoot her. I mean, this is a vampire game, so I might as well be as bloody as possible. So, let's go for it. Huzzah! I close my eyes and squeeze the trigger. Jesus. A loud bang echoes through the alley. I'm afraid to look at what I've done. I've been to a shooting range once and I felt absolutely horrified by pistols. Such a small thing, but it can easily puncture a hole in the fabric reality is made of. Never knew I'd be able to use it against another human being. The very thought makes me want to puke. You were a right choice after all. I'm so glad. You haven't allowed yourself to break, but you've crossed the line I needed you to cross. There's a silent flame in you that could become an inferno if left unchecked. I sure hope it will. She's still alive. Her voice is coming from behind me. Oh, you done messed up. She just flashed up past you. You done messed up. She puts her hands around my waist, and her cold mouth touches my neck. I can feel my shirt getting violently torn off. I don't understand, but I'm too dazed to protest. Do not show anything too crazy, because then I'm going to have to cut you off. That was your final test. Congratulations. You have proven yourself worthy. I can feel something sharp sliding into my neck. It's not too painful, just startling. Think a doctor pushing a needle into your vein without a proper warning. Then it hits me. Pure bliss. The dopamine receptors I've considered completely fried until now suddenly recover and start bombarding me with pleasure I've never known before. I finally let the tears go. They come flooding. They've been waiting for years. It's such a relief. Is it raining? I feel like I'm in the middle of a deluge, at least. Washing away all my fears, all of my sorrows, all of my anger, all of my pain, all of my ego. I become one with the world and the woman behind me. She's holding me tight, making me feel like the only important thing in this world. Everything else blurs. I feel something intense towards her, something I've never felt before. Is this love? I hope it is. These are vampires we're talking about. They do not brush their teeth. This is not you, hisses a familiar, cynical voice in the back of my head. But it's okay. I never felt particularly fond of me anyway. New York, you're perfect. Oh, please don't change a thing. He who laughs in the shadows always has the last laugh. Hallelujah, praise be. When everything is cliche, nothing is. Isn't that the ever-distant utopia I've been chasing all along? People on the other trains, I hope you're doing fine. God, shut up. Just enjoy it. You finally understand. She's making love to me. She's giving birth to me. She's burying me. Those are very contradictory things there, ma'am. But I'm glad you're having fun? Question mark? Yeah, just hit her with his thickness. I'm pretty sure I've been dead for a while. I'm pretty sure I could stare at my own corpse in her hands from a distance for a moment, somehow. And then I'm alive again. She lifts her mouth from my neck. No, wait. I taste blood in my mouth. Was I drinking her blood too? I realized that whatever this was, it's over, and I have to bask in the afterglow while I still can. I also immediately understand that I'm going to chase this fleeting feeling for the rest of my existence. So you smoked weed? Finally, she lets out a whisper which concludes the ceremony. No matter what happens next, don't forget, you're a monster. But you were lucky enough to be born into a world of monsters, so don't you ever mourn that fact. Embrace it. Oh, hello, title screen. Okay then, alright. So we're off to a lovely start. Once again, I find myself in Big Beat Burger. Familiar surroundings, faces I recognize, mood, same as it ever was. Still, I process it in an entirely different way. It all frustrates me now. Or more precisely, makes me frustrated with myself. It's like I'm clinging to the remnants of a cocoon I've outgrown. Yeah, Brian better not be up now. Oh yeah, she looks very mean. She looks very mean and angry. You cannot have any burgers, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Ugh. It's the same with these cigarettes. I don't need them anymore. So why do I keep holding on to them? Fucking hell, it's like I refuse to accept that I'm something better than I used to be. A vampire. Just 2 nights ago, I met Karen. She embraced me, by which I mean she turned me into a kindred. She calls herself my sire, and me her child. Last night, she taught me the basics of survival. Drinking blood, manipulating humans, bending steel, controlling shadows. Jesus Christ. What? You need to learn how to bend steel? Like, you just don't, like, bend it? naturally? Okay. Tonight I expect more lessons. Instead, she just told me to go out and enjoy myself. What's the catch? I asked. To which she responded, I might kill you if you prove to be a disappointment. Oh, damn. Okay. Alright, calm down, huh? There are a few rules. I have to uphold the masquerade. I can't contact anyone I knew as a human. I can't let anyone realize I'm not human anymore. I can't embrace anyone, and so on. Yeah, I'm a vampire now. Can't eat anything, can't have anything. It's all great. I mean, I can have blood, and I can have humans, but that's all I can have. Or animals, I guess. Otherwise, I'm free to do whatever I want. Back for some reason. But for some reason, the first thing I did was come back here. Old habits die hard. Karen is probably watching me from somewhere, even now. The way I understand it, tomorrow night she is supposed to introduce me to the Camarilla, a local society of vampires. I think destroying Brian is against the rules. Hey, I'm a loner, so I can definitely sympathize with all this. I mean, yeah, if I definitely poke him now, I mean, it'll be straight up like super strength poking, so it's definitely gonna hurt. Turns out they are the ones who have been systematically ruining my life lately, all a part of some secret evaluation that I barely passed. Just imagining the reach they have makes me dizzy. He's not dead yet. We have to find him. After they destroyed the old me that I barely cared about, Karen rebuilt me anew. On one hand, her test left some scars that will take some time to heal. On the other hand, maybe I should just be grateful. I'm snapped out of my thoughts by a sudden scream. Some douchebag yelling about his french fries not being salty enough. I think this is my cue to leave, permanently. Goodbye, BBB. Hope I never see you again. I'm destined for greater things, you see. Sounding a little arrogant there, my child. Sounding a little arrogant. Alright, let's see what Julia's traits. Okay, that's just the log there. Yeah, no more Big Beat Burger. I'm sure she'll get better. I'm sure. The Camarilla, the big boys and girls in town. The largest vampire sect I know of. Plays well with mortals, or rather plays mortals like a fiddle. Manipulative and rigid in structure. Almost feudal. Really, there's a prince involved. No joke. Heavily invested in maintaining the masquerade and other so-called traditions, which helps with the two previous points. Yeah, I really love. I always like the Vampire the Masquerade, the lore of it. I've never actually played any of the games or anything, but I really do love the lore. I would love to really dig into it sometimes. And I think I've actually picked up a few of the not the lore books, but like the rule books that has the lore in it. It's pretty cool. If you like vampire stuff, this is real cool stuff. Kindred, a term of fellowship among vampires, thought to have been coined after an anarch uprising of some sort, but the Camarilla doesn't talk about that much. Yeah, they don't like talking about the anarchs. Sire, the one who makes you a bloodsucker, a vampire's name for parent. Mine was Karen. Of course it's a Karen. A child, what a sire calls his or her vampire progeny when they're being naughty. Sort of like when an exhausted mom calls their kid by their first name. Also tends to be the go-to when somebody feels like they're out of arguments and needs to make their seniority known. Plural form is childer. Okay, that's weird. Masquerade, the systematic secrecy of vampires built to conceal our world from humankind in order to protect us. Essentially, the masquerade is our shield against the fear and ignorance of human beings. Make no bones about it, if the vast majority of people ever learned we exist, we would be hunted to extinction. Yeah, she's gonna talk to the Camarilla managers. Okay, and the Embrace. How a vampire turns their human prey into a fellow vampire for whatever reason. Like most things, the details are a bit more gruesome than whatever the romanticized images Hollywood has shoved down everyone's throat over the years. Unless you think total exsanguination followed by the replacement of your vital bodily fluids by someone else's sounds romantic. Yeah, I don't know how that works in Vampire the Masquerade. I know there's something called the Beast, and it kind of drives their bloodlust, and you can kind of tame it and stuff, but you're always going to have it. And I know that Cain was the first vampire. But that's all I really know about the lore as far as Vampire the Masquerade. Well, some of the lore as far as vampires go. But they have several different things, because I know there's vampire, there's mage, there's like demons and stuff like that. Lucifer's in there somewhere, Satan is in there somewhere, Solomon is in there somewhere. It's a lot of different stuff. So, all right, let's hop back into the game. What can I do though? Retributive justice. A meathead bully and his unfortunate victim. I probably shouldn't interfere. But what better chance could I find to test what I've become? Interesting. Dance macabre. Time to swing a little more on the devil's dance floor. The club beckons. The risk of swiping right. This Tinder addict smells like A, a bit of a loser, B, a wannabe intellectual, C, a perfect source of nourishment. So what should I choose here? Should we go with the bully? Should we go with the dance floor? Or should we go with the date? All interesting prospects. Very, very interesting prospects. I kind of think I should go with the date, though. The bully because he looks like Brian? Brian is thick. The bully is just kind of buff. He does have an awesome beard too, so I feel like I shouldn't mess with him because he has an awesome beard. You know, Brian doesn't strike me as the type of guy that would be on the dance floor for some reasons. All right, let me put that there. All right, so it's the buff dude. Let us go with the buff dude. He probably is. Two men are facing each other in a dark back alley. One of them stands with his back against the wall, his chest heaving as he's struggling to catch his breath. Goon. People, anybody out there? I'm being robbed. Wait, the goon is being robbed? A brawny, rugged guy is yelling at metal staircases with a theatrical incredulity in his voice. Oh yeah, there's no turning back. We have to take the beard now. Wonder if we actually get the beard as part of, like, you know, getting his blood. With a lively step, he dances around an older man who's having trouble finding his footing. Pitiful victim. What is this bullshit? Oh, so now you can talk. Good, because I'm dying to hear what you did with my wallet, Holmes. Wallet? I have no idea what you're talking about. The goon starts prancing around like a Muay Thai boxer. He's smiling, but his eyes send a clear message. You're cornered, buddy. Don't even try to pull a fast one on me. I will steal the beard if I can. I need his beard power. It's like the Highlander, except with beards. Come on, homeboy. You may be able to trick an average Joe on the street with your act, but a fighter recognizes a fighter. It's like an animal thing. It's an instinct thing. Oh, I'm loving this guy. I wonder if I can eat both of them. That would be great. You've got some moves on you. You're like, shit. You're like a black mamba. Lightning fast reflexes. Indeed, it's the first item to defeat Brian. He starts shadow boxing for a moment. The man's definitely got energy to spare. However, I'm like a king cobra. You've met your match. 2 apex predators, now locked in battle. Dude, do you not have anything else better to do? Oh, so you're seeing snakes. That would explain something. Before he's able to finish, a sucker punch knocks the air right out of his lungs. The old man slides down the wall. Before he can let out a groan, he's interrupted by a brutal kick to the chest. That's what I'm talking about. A fighting spirit, even when you're cornered. Ugh. Take a seat. Deep breath. Collect your thoughts before you speak up again. Remember where you put my wallet now? I'm pretty sure you broke my rib. An eye for an eye. A rib for a ribbing. Biblical punishment. It's only fair, homie. Fair? At least admit that this is a mugging. Wallet my ass. Still in denial. Okay, let's say I had about 5,000 bucks in there. Give me 6 grand and I'll let you walk away. Relatively unharmed. I don't believe that. So you admit it. Admit what? That this is not about proper compensation. This is a robbery. Look, buddy, this is beginning to bore me. Unless you want me to go all Anderson Silva on your ass, give me what I want. You know, to be fair, while Anderson Silva is a very good MMA fighter, didn't he break his leg one time in a fight? Like trying to kick somebody? I could be wrong about that, but okay. Anderson Silva? Yeah, Anderson Silva. A flying knee meeting your solar plexus. The man, the myth, the legend. Because he's thick. That's why. That's why we're so obsessed with Brian. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Thai boxing, Western boxing, Taekwondo, Wing Chun, and Capoeira combined into a single fighting style that can be only described as straight up murder. I've been studying the glorious singularity that is Anderson Silva for years. Every move I have, I owe to him. So if you don't want this snake to turn into a deadly spider, show me the money, honey. Wait, what? How did... Okay, alright. He sounds like a bright guy. Summer 2013, Las Vegas. Huh? Watched it live on pay-per-view. Weidman saw through all of Silva's tricks. Whooped his ass, broke his spirit, showed him for a fraud he is. The man hasn't been the same ever since. All the empty showboating, hollow taunting, drunk on his own Kool-Aid. Jesus, of course you idolize him, asshole. For a good minute, the goon silently looks down at the whimpering man at his feet, chewing on his lower lip. When he finally speaks up, his voice betrays an intent to kill. You know what, homeboy? Screw the money. This is a matter of honor now. My thoughts exactly. Ha! He raises his fist. We've got ourselves a mixed martial arts expert here, huh? For your own sake, I hope you can back that talk with some self-defense skills, homie. This is pathetic. Also, I want to eat both of you guys. Like you just because you're a douche, but the other guy too because he looks so innocent. It just makes it easy. Boosting your self-esteem by beating up an injured old geezer. God damn, you're pathetic. I like how my eyes glow in the darkness too. It's quite nice. He jumps at the sound of my voice, turns my way in the blink of an eye, and immediately assumes a combat stance. His reflexes are sharp. Looks like he's had at least this much to back up his bragado. Wannabe Anderson Silva's face betrays utter confusion upon seeing me. He's got no idea how I managed to sneak up on him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't be able to explain it myself. Vampire, yo. It felt like I became one with the darkness, my pure consciousness traversing a dusky dreamscape, jumping from one shadow to another as if they were different trains of thought. So I can, like, move between shadows? That's pretty cool. I think of some experience I've had with psychedelics. Every blink an adventure. I was outside of this alley. Blink. I was above the alley. Blink. Now I'm in front of this guy. Yeah, he gotta go. We need that beard. And he pisses me off. Not the beard guy, the other guy. The older man slumps down. Looks like he was trying his best to keep it together and gave up once the cavalry arrived. The goon regains his composure and barks at me in an overly gruff way. The hell you sneaking around here for, chica? Move along, this is between men. I need my beard. It's a struggle beard. It's not even like a good beard. We need a beard cam. I will work on that for the next stream. Not anymore. His fist turned towards me. I'm serious. And an equal opportunity ass kicker. You know what? I agree with you, sir. I am an equal opportunity ass kicker. I respond to the threat with the brightest, most innocent, virginal smile I can put on. So you're into shadow boxing, huh? Oh, she looks angry. Something comes over me. I can feel the darkness embracing me, whispering sweet nothings in my ear, pumping me up for what's to come. Reverse elbow, crane kick, low spinning sweep. I'm feeling the low spinning sweep so that way we can get him on the ground and then just like, I don't know, like dominatrix his ass or some shit. Oh yeah, I'm loving these options so far. The first game was okay, but it's so far I'm liking this a lot more. Oh! Reverse elbow sounds arm breaking. I mean, I guess if I wasn't like an all-powerful vampire, but yeah. I think I've seen that before too. It can be pretty brutal. Alright, let's low spinning sweep this guy. Oh, go with the first one? Reverse elbow? Okay. So we're all in agreement, the reverse elbow? Alrighty then, reverse elbow it shall be. We shall give him the people's elbow in reverse. Is it a people's elbow if it's in reverse? Might as well give this a try. Before he manages to respond, my elbow crashes against his face. A few bloody teeth land on the ground. Jesus, woman! I know what he's thinking. I should have blocked it. And he absolutely should have. But instead, he just flailed his arms helplessly, as if he suddenly found himself in front of an oncoming train. A primal expression of fear that suddenly and completely took him over. I leveled up my strength stats. I don't know how I look right now, but judging by his expression, my best guess is like the gaping maw of some primordial beast. I follow up the surprise attack with another punch to the solar plexus, or at least my nearest estimate. Once again, the effect terrifies even myself. Looks like my hunch was correct, and I hit the right spot. He falls to the floor, whining like a wounded animal, tears streaming down his face. I let him collect himself a bit and then grab him by his chin. Learn to choose your battles, homeboy. I really like her. She speaks to me. She really does. We attacked the guy that was beating up the dude with the beard. We're gonna get to the beard guy in a second, I think. Let me go. For Christ's sake, just let me go. I kick him in the direction of the alley entrance. He staggers off, quickly disappearing from my sight. Oh, come on, don't let him go. I check on his victim. Looks like he's conscious. Wow, you whipped his ass, girl. Now I'm offended because you call me girl. And look at this flannel shirt. He's adorable. He kind of reminds me of that guy that Graysteel plays always has in his Sims playthrough. Was it Tim Horton? But hasn't noticed anything out of order. Good. I was getting worried I might have overdone it a bit. That woman did say that keeping a low profile will be crucial if I want to survive. I want that beard, yes. You alright? Need help? He managed to stand up. His smile is strained, but it suggests he's fine, or at least trying his best to seem fine. No, you gave me all the help I needed, and then some. Thank you, Miss... What's your name? Jessica. Definitely not Julia. Wait, so like Jessica from, what was that? Jessica Jones? Thanks, Jessica. I was worried for a second, but this asshole's bark was worse than his bite. He's probably in worse shape than me now. I guess that counts as a victory. She knows she needs that beard. She's gonna get it, too. I better be going. My wife is probably worried sick. But before that, if there's anything I could do to repay you. Where to celebrate? I want to celebrate tonight. Where would you go if you were me? Celebrate, huh? First thing that comes to your mind. I want to feel alive. Times Square? Times Square? Jeez, get the fuck out of here with that tourist bullshit. I came here a few weeks ago myself. Still haven't managed to see it, and I always wanted to. In the movies, it always seems so full of life. So... not so full of life at this time of the night, and not that interesting in general. Although I think you can just... although I think you just helped me come up with an idea. Glad to hear that. Take care, will you? You too. Avoid shady spots. Next time I probably won't be able to bail you out. And there he goes. Avoid shady spots, huh? Glad I no longer have to abide by my own advice. No more worrying about being out after midnight. No more feeling uneasy whenever I spot a shady asshole across the street. Ever. Hell, I could start jogging in Central Park after midnight now. Not that I need to. The future's looking bright. You didn't take the beard. What are you doing? What are you doing? My God. I wanted to eat both of them. Literally. Like, just literally eat both of them. Like, what are you doing, lady? Alright. Alright. Yeah, I know. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought she was gonna, like, you know, bite him or something. I don't know. Throw him up against a trash can. Just be like, sucks to be you. Ah, well. Time to swing a little more on the devil's dance floor. The club beckons. We did need that beard. We really did. She failed us. Alright, this time I'm gonna go with the Tinder addict. Is that a thing? Can you actually be like a Tinder addict? I guess I could see like if you were in a big city or something like that, but me myself personally, nah. It probably isn't. I know the last game you had to play a bunch of times, but also we let the beard man go, so it's just not possible. The risk of swiping right. He lowers his eyes awkwardly, thinking how to proceed with his rant. Oh, this poor bastard. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's so dead. So it's like the conversation isn't really smooth, yeah? It's like I keep throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks, but nothing seems to stick for long. You understand, yeah? Oh yeah, he's dead. He's so dead. For sure, yeah, I do. It's really this lack of context that's killing me about online dating. It's bad enough when a few photos and a single sentence are all you have to rely on when starting a conversation, yeah? But when a cosmic miracle finally happens and she actually is willing to keep replying to you and she's actually down to meet up eventually and you're out there sitting with her, and after 90 minutes you still don't have that shared context, just no clue whatsoever, it's just like, take me out and put a bullet in my head and put me out of my misery. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. Poor guy. You poor bastard. I hear you. Also, I have no idea what that alert is, but thank you. I will check it in a second. So it's just one of those dates, and it's like we've been sitting here for ages, and the only thing she has a prolonged interest in is getting as hammered as possible, just one drink after another. He probably is. And the more drunk she is, the more familiar she's getting. It's these little things, you know? Touching my upper arm after each joke, her arm around my shoulder, her jokingly punching my waist. This escalation is subtle, but steady. In addition, one recurring topic appears, and that is all the cool shit she has and wish she could have shown me. Oh, too bad it's all back in her apartment. Okay. That's when it hits me. She just wants to fuck, or sleep with me. Wait, this is a problem. Why exactly? No way! Oh god, we're never gonna defeat him. He's too thick. Yeah, well, eventually, we both run out of ideas for topics that could potentially be interesting to the both of us. So I'm just like, yeah, I'd sure love to see all that crap in your apartment. So we Ubered there, and it's an admittedly pretty nice apartment. Like, nothing too fancy, but I can tell her dad is the kind of asshole I'd like to punch in the face if I ever met him. Know what I mean? Dude, you looking like you couldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. So she guides me to the kitchen and makes me some tea, a rare Indian blend. Forgot what it was 5 minutes later. Then she excuses herself and goes to the bathroom, and doesn't come back. Well, I mean, okay. Also, you're on a date with somebody else. You don't talk about your previous date when you're on a date with somebody else. What are you doing? 10 minutes later, I run out of tweets to read and become a little concerned. I start looking around. The first thing that catches my eye is the kitchen table. The table is surprisingly large and is covered in neatly arranged documents, like some connect the dots investigation board mafia conspiracy kind of thing. Naturally, I take interest. It takes me 20 seconds to process what it is. Her entire mental health history, sorted chronologically, with all the juicy stuff neatly underlined in color. And I mean entire. It's all there. A detailed description of her fucked up household situation over the years. Anxiety, ADHD, bouts of depression, suspicion of schizophrenia, severe BPD, some weird psychosexual stuff with her brother. Wait, what? Okay. Alright. Nani? Well, that got awkward quick. I keep reading and remember what I said about throwing shit against the wall and seeing what sticks? I'm dead certain that's how her shrink went about diagnosing her. Oh, lovely. She finally comes out of the bathroom, like an hour after she went in. At this point, I've read all of the shit on the table 3 times, and not just the stuff she's highlighted for my convenience. And I feel like right now, I understand her better than like someone who's read Crime and Punishment understands Roscoe, yeah, that guy. And I'm not happy about that, like at all. You know what I mean? Then why did you sit there and read it for an hour? Also, if somebody conveniently laid out some documents for me and let me be there for an hour and I didn't see them, there's no way I would be there. I would have left. You don't just stick around for that. That's how you die. That's how you're finna die. Uh-huh. She walks in with a cheerful hi. I responded with a slick, all good? She nods, does this weird finger gun thing, and chuckles. I pretend I've been doing work-related stuff on my phone the whole time. Yeah, okay. The small talk starts. A minute in, she casually picks up one of the documents on the table and she starts doing these super obvious body language cues that are like, oh no, how did this get here? I'm practically dying inside, but I put on my cool face and make it look like I'm not here. Sorry, gotta reply to my boss. Yeah, he's working 24/7. Psycho motherfucker. Yeah, ha ha ha. I don't know why he's not dead yet. I probably would have just been like literally putting my finger in his neck to make a hole and then just biting on it. She slowly collects all the documents, puts them away, and then nonchalantly asks me something about Tame Impala while I'm feeling crushed by all the kinds of trauma I've just learned about. Hey dude, hey, hold on now, I like Tame Impala. No, you don't get to do that. Yeah, the beard guy had something special. He just has some obviously broke hipster glasses. I guess he's trying to go for this John Lennon look and it's not working. The apartment starts feeling like a coffin. All of a sudden, she picks up a kitchen knife and starts playing with it with this zoned out stare. I'm fucking mortified. So what do you think I did? Left like you should have did an hour ago? Ran away? The thought crossed my mind, but nah, as usual, I took the dumbest course of action and I fucking slept with her. Okay. Alright, so you slept with crazy. You know you're not supposed to sleep with crazy. That's how the worst 6 months of my life began, and I couldn't even say I didn't see it coming. God, I'm such a slut. Okay. Yeah, they didn't even bother naming this guy. They were just like, you know what? Just skip through the dialogue. You can just kill him. It's fine. He's doing like some shadow jutsu bullshit. Why is like every single announcement coming up today? He leans back and groans while hiding his face behind his palms. I look at his neck. Every vein seems so visible and impossibly alluring. I don't think I ever looked at anyone's neck like that. Please do it. I realize I feel insanely thirsty. Damn. I know. You sure took a turn. Years ago, when this rant began, it was about continental philosophy. What? Sorry, can you say that again? He's pretty drunk. Barely able to focus on anything but his current train of thought. Just what I was hoping for. years ago when this... Never mind. Listen, it's stuffy in here. I want to go out, get some fresh air. Kill him. You haven't touched your drink. I mean, I would if I could. No more alcohol for me. What? No, this one's not mine. I mean, some dude brought it for me, but I don't want it. He scans the room with a death stare, looking for the guy who did it, not realizing his best chance of finding him is in a mirror. Then he drinks like a half of my glass at once while looking around as if he was hoping to prove his dominance over an unseen enemy. Okay, after you. We're walking across a mostly empty street. He focused on keeping upright and walking in a straight line. I'm focused on finding a spot where I can drink him up. You seem like bad news. Oh yeah? So why don't you just leave me alone? Determinism, I guess. I roll my eyes, and that's when I noticed it. A deep underlit stairwell. I look around and realize there's no one around. This is my chance. I immediately yank him downstairs. It's almost pitch black, but I can still see his face. He doesn't seem shocked. It's more like awkwardness. Now listen, it's not that I never wanted to do this sort of thing in public. Quite the opposite. It's just that I need a certain degree of comfort to perform at optimal levels. Okay. I don't care about your optimal levels. Yes, please, shut up. I sink my fangs inside of his neck as he whimpers and becomes silent. Finally, that's what I've been waiting for the past hour. He relaxes in my arms, and I relax with him. It's like all the drinks I had to deny myself until now are hitting my head, all at once, with no unpleasant side effects. I feel radiant. I don't want this moment to end, but it has to. I drop his body to the floor and lick the wound closed, just the way she taught me. His pulse is faint but steady. He reeks of booze. If anyone finds him, there should be no suspicions. As I walk up the stairwell, I insert a finger into my mouth and try to sense my fangs. No dice. It seems they really are retractable. Well, that's handy. The hunger pangs are gone. I rub my hands around my body. I feel comfortable, hopeful, happy. Can't remember the last time I enjoyed life like this. Now, let's keep this party going. Oh, we're just on top of a roof like Batman now. Okay. No, we're not gonna kill him. He's not worth it. But he is gone, so there's that. Wow, what a night. I watched Times Square from above. It's beautiful. Never thought this place could make me emotional. Wow, emotional, to be honest. But here I am, feeling deeply moved. Who would have thought? Yeah, right? That one guy I saved from a beatdown would probably get bored of this place 5 minutes after an obligatory selfie. Although I guess one's enjoyment of these sights depends a great deal on perspective. In any case, I'm glad he gave me the idea. Getting up here was surprisingly easy. All things considered, it took more thought than physical effort. Earlier tonight, I started experimenting with this body's limits. I realized I can jump over small buildings and climb steep walls with ease now, and my whole perception of space has shifted. I planned a scenic route across the rooftops. I did my best to avoid attracting attention, just as I was told. Stayed in the shadows as much as humanly possible. It is a really nice view. I spot a drone from afar. For a second, I feel uneasy, but I remember what she told me. Machines won't get a clear view of me anymore. Camera footage, photos, it's all glitched out or blurry. Two senses are gonna do anything for me right now. Wouldn't take it for granted if I didn't try to catch my reflection early on. I couldn't see my face clearly, not in the mirror, not even in a puddle. My face was like one of Dolly's clocks. I have no idea what that is. She told me to keep a low profile regardless. Someone might take note and track you down. She didn't care to elaborate, but it didn't sound encouraging. Suddenly, it hits me that I might never be able to see my own face again. I won't even be able to take care of my looks for myself, by myself. And what about the long-term psychological effects? A knot of anxiety tightens in my stomach. Jesus, this is probably just the tip of the iceberg. What else is going to change? Calm down. Wait a second. These past few nights have been the best of my life. For years, I was on a downward spiral. Failing health, no future, a feeling of overwhelming powerlessness. Now, everything has been flipped upside down. A total paradigm shift. A bad ending is no longer the only option. I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. I forgot how that feels. Where it used to stand at mere seconds to midnight, the doomsday clock has been effectively turned off. A cold breeze brushes my cheek. As stupid as it sounds, I choose to read it as the world telling me to chin up. I can bend anyone to my will. I am capable of superhuman strength. I am a master of shadows. I can do anything. Tomorrow night, I will be introduced to my duties. If everything goes according to plan, I will become a New York City representative of Clan La Sombra. Whoever they are, whatever that means, I have no idea what to expect. But tonight is tonight. I'm free. All my worries from a month ago feel like they belong to someone else. Finally, things are looking up. Alrighty then. Okay, I think that is a good stopping point right there. Huzzah. So, that was the game, everyone. Yeah, everything has an announcement today. I don't know why, but yeah. I mean, we did, but you know. Yeah, it is text heavy. It is really text heavy. It is. It really is nice. I do like, again, like I said, I love the lore for this stuff. So I've read a lot of the lore on it, and it's really cool. And I'm glad that it's starting to make a resurgence, because when Vampire the Masquerade came out, what, decades ago? I think like 2005 or something like that. It's one of those games I always want to play because like I never had a decent PC, and I always hoped that like they would release it on consoles or something. I still hope they kind of re-release it or something, but yeah. Alright, let me exit out of this. Now, I think I might go ahead and, yeah, this is the end of me playing Pokemon Go. This is the end of me playing Pokemon Go. Also, let me fix this. Huzzah! I have arrived. Liberated has posted new announcement. Check out the Poland and Friends Festival. Okay, yeah, everyone is just posting today. Brian changed everything. His thickness just changed everything. Ah, yes, the beard cam. That's about as close as it's going to get. It's getting there. It's getting there. A couple more years and I'll get there. I'll have a Ragnar beard. Yeah, do you hear me? Yeah. It works for now. I'm going to have to get me a better camera, but it works for now. Lakeview Cabin 82? That's how many people is going to be in the next one that you play as? I don't know. The next stream, I was actually thinking about playing. Let me see. Let me get my mouse back over here. I just downloaded this today because I just heard about it yesterday. We could do either World of Darkness, or we could do where is it? La 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 la. I do want to do Pathologic 2 at some point as well, because I feel like it'll be better for a stream as opposed to like a playthrough. I really want to do a playthrough, but this game is really hard, so probably not the best idea. But Jesus! Okay, alright, thanks. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been meaning to play World of Darkness for so long on the channel. It kind of always got sidetracked, or there was something else that always came up, and I just never got around to it. And then I haven't completed some of the other games that I've had playthroughs of, so I need to finish those. But I was thinking of doing Project Wingman. So this looks like it'll be a lot of fun. I love Ace Combat, and I didn't even know this was a thing, but apparently it's gotten a lot of rave reviews. I saw an article on what was it, Polygon the other day about it. So yeah, I was thinking about going ahead and playing this tomorrow. And not tomorrow, but on the next stream. Now tomorrow, again, like I said, I will be having a stream for Suzerain when it comes out. However, if you can't catch the stream, I'm also going to be dropping videos of it. So I'm going to drop 2 videos of it tomorrow. It'll be from some of the demo that I had done previously. Well, it's not from the demo, it's the full game, but it's going over the areas that was in the demo. So, but yeah, I'll have that out tomorrow, so you can definitely watch that, consume that, and have fun with that if you can't catch the stream, which I'll be doing on Steam, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, everything. So yeah. Hence one of the messages that told me I had to turn around and, well, we can do the test stream, so, which I'll be jumping on here in a second. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about on the next stream. I'm not sure though, but you know, we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes. And I have a lot of other games, as you can see. So I even have the original Vampire the Masquerade on here somewhere. So yeah, it does. And I mean, it's just recently came out, so it'll probably get a lot of traction on Twitch and stuff like that for right now, since it's gotten rave reviews. But yeah, I have the original Vampire the Masquerade. I Am Your President. I might play that at some point. I thought about doing just doing that on the channel though, but we'll see. You know, we'll see. And Hades. I actually thought about doing this at some point too. I've heard this game is pretty hard though. I don't know how long it is. I'd have to see. But, you know, we'll see. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to do another quick little stream. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I have to, yeah, I have to put Brian in the thumbnail next time. I'm pretty sure I can get a screenshot of him real quick. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. I have to do a test stream now to make sure everything is working tomorrow. And then after that, I'll be recording some more Suzerain for later on today. And then this weekend, like I said, I'll be recording Lakeview Cabin. I'll be recording, I'll try and record as much of it as I can, so that way I can have out a full list of videos. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'll probably have like Suzerain come out in, I'll have Suzerain come out either in the morning time or slightly early in the morning, and then Lakeview Cabin will come out in the evening time, so like 7-ish my time. But again, you know, we'll see how it goes. It's a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now. So anywho, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream. I might stream Lakeview Cabin once. I mean, I think once I get back to actually playing it, then I'll actually be a little bit more comfortable playing it on stream. But yeah, but also I have to be careful because I'm streaming this through Restream, which means I'm streaming it on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. So I don't know how YouTube goes when it comes to doing streams or whatever with sexual content.
But Twitch can be very finicky, and I don't want to get banned, and I barely even have any subscribers in the first place. So don't want to get banned instantly right off the bat. But I'll see how it goes. I might just not stream it on Twitch and just stream it on YouTube, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the stream, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next stream. If you want to come by and drop by tomorrow, by all means. I think it'll be at about 1 or 2 o'clock in the evening. But yeah, just come by, drop by, say hi. If not, it'll still be up on YouTube. It'll be up on Twitch. So you can take a look at it. It'll be on Facebook. It'll be on my Facebook page too. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed everything, and I hope everybody had a lot of fun. And I will see you in the next one. See you, Lugan. See you, Drippy. I really do appreciate you always dropping by. And yeah, see you in the next one. Huzzah!